the other time where you guys came into this is live. I really do appreciate you guys coming in this live, and I just want to tonight is also another this is live session with me, and man, I've been getting so much DM and so much message from my live stream that everyone's been requesting a lot of topics inside my live stream. So I think I will have a topic all set up for the whole week and also next week, because I think my topic is all full because of you guys requesting what topic for me to talk about and what topic for me to bring. And I want to say thank you for those of you who's been messaging me and DMing me and asking me to do this topic, because now I have a whole range of schedule for me to coming up. So that means if your topic is not up, that means it's gonna be coming up very very soon. It's either at the middle of the month or it's at the end of the month, or is it either this week or next week? It's gonna be there. Trust me. Okay, so it'll be on hold, and I have a schedule coming up. So just to let you know that, for those of you who are asking me, when are you gonna do this topic? When are you gonna take this topic, or can you do this topic for me? So I'm just gonna let you know it's gonna be. I have a schedule for it, so don't worry. I will get it up as soon as possible, and I'll make this is live, because as you know, this is a live session in 1 week. I only have 3 days for it. That means it's on Monday, it's on Wednesday, it's on Friday. So this is live session. So I just want to let you know that yeah, it'll be on schedule. So but you guys have been giving me a lot of topics, and I really want to say thank you for it. I really do appreciate it. So for those of you who actually came into my This is Live 2 days ago, I just want to say thank you for all the like. For those of you who spend time with me, because all my live session, yeah, I always tell myself that I'm gonna keep it 15 minutes, but it turns out I'm gonna I make it like 40 minutes to 25 minutes and 30 minutes. So you guys, if you guys are in that 30 minutes and 45 minutes, it really means a lot for me for just hearing about the topic. And I hope at the same time the topic can relate to all of you. So today I'll be talking to you a little bit about this topic that I really really like this topic, and I think the topic goes a long way for me, and it's something that I really really love. And the topic that I'm going to talk about this time around, I'm going to talk about this topic yang namanya the past doesn't equal to the future. So let me repeat it one more time. So this topic that I'm gonna do this time around, this live, is called the past doesn't equal to the future, because I think it's because a lot of you guys and has been asking me, what happens if this happens, and what should I tell to my mom if this happens, what should I do, and if things happen in my life, what should I do? Because a lot of you have been asking me that, when I was little, this thing happened and I can never forget it. And I think some of you are with me coaching at the same time, and you've been, I've been getting curhat lately for this week and last week. A lot of people has been saying, I have an event in the past that happened to my life, and I don't know if I can forget it. So today I think this is the right topic for all of you. But before I go to my intro, I'm just gonna give a shout out to everyone inside my live session. Ada Hypers yang ada di sini. Hello coach. Hello Hypers to you. William is inside here juga. Hello William, how are you? And Isner is here. Hi Isner. I think you've been WhatsApping me and you've been wanting to go to my live session, and so you're here, Isner. Thank you so much for being here. And also Valerie is here also, right? I remember Valerie is here. Hi Valerie, how are you? Hope to see you very very soon in the next class. Yeah, so guys, today is about the past doesn't equal to the future. If you have something in the past that you cannot change, what should you do? If you have something in the past that you cannot change, something that's so painful and something that you cannot forget, what should you do? So stick around until the end of my live stream. I will let you know a couple of steps for you to forget, or at least make whatever happened in the past be an advantage to you. In that, guys, I just want to say, let's play the intro. All right, the past doesn't equal to the future. For those of you who are inside the live stream, I want to say hello to all of you. I think I mentioned there's another one that came in. Steven, hello Steven. Hi, how are you? And hope you're doing fine in COVID-19. All of you, I hope you're doing fine. So I won't take that much long. I will just share with you why do I take this topic right now, because I think a lot of people I think we all know that the past actually bothers us sometimes. I wouldn't say bother, but we all know that we cannot erase the past. I'm not sure if you I think it's different generation. Have you guys seen the movie and I mean the Back to the Future? If you've seen the movie Back to the Future, I think you know what I'm talking about. It's about Michael J. Fox. I think generationnya beda ya kayaknya. But anyway, when I was little, I watched this movie called Back to the Future and yang starring apa yang very famous tuh namanya Michael J. Fox and namanya Back to the Future. Ada Back to the Future 1, 2, 3 kayaknya ya, and I watched all three of them. You know what happened in the movie is that this guy is a friend with a professor. So there's this ordinary kid who goes to university, is a friend with the professor, and then finally one day the professor decided to make a time machine with his car, which is mobilnya itu namanya DeLorean. And then he made the time machine, and then finally that time machine can actually accelerate to 80 kilometers per hour. So how do you go back to the future is because the guy drives the car 80 kilometers per hour. When he passed at 80, the car would actually zoom and makes an electric charge, and it will go back to the future. And inside the car, there's this panel where you can actually press which year and which date and which month you want to go to. And I watched that, and when I did do this topic called The Past is Equal to the Future, it reminds me yang namanya filmnya itu, yang namanya The Past is, yang namanya Back to the Future. And it turned out, so this guy actually went back to the future and he actually changed the past. He actually changed the past. Now, okay, I will stop there. I won't tell you much about the movie, but I will let you know about my topic. The reason I said that sometimes the past can actually makes a burden to you. Sometimes the past can actually, won't ever. I mean, you won't ever forget about the past. It's always there. The things, the bad things, the good things. But mostly people, when they say the past is, you've been getting bad events in the past until now you couldn't forget. So this guy who went back to the future in the movie, he wanted to alter something. He wanted to change all his mistakes. He wanted to change all of his, bad things that he did, all his negativity and all that. But here's the reason why I told you about the movie. It's because when he changed the past, the professor said if you change the past, the line for destiny and life, it changes also. And I'll let you know one scene in the movie where he took actually a family photo with him to go travel to the past. And then when he traveled to the past, there's this one time where I think his mother and father was in love, and then he wanted to make it fix that because the father gets bullied in school all the time. So he wanted to go back in time, right? And then fix the problem that the father gets bullied all the time. So when he went in time, and then he actually helped his father with all the bully and everything else, dia menjadi orang yang istilahnya dia jadi savior lah di dalam cerita papahnya itu di dalam sekolahnya. And then when he saves his father, the mother sees him from far, and the mother falls in love with this with the guy, which is the son of them two. And then what happened was when he took out the family photo from the future, actually the son was erased. Kayak dianya tuh hilang, kayak setengah badannya hilang, tangannya juga hilang, and then everything starts to erase. And then he goes back to the professor and they bilang, "Professor, what happened?" And the professor says, "Of course, because you changed the altar of time. You changed the past. If you change the past, you will also change the future." Now I will stop here. You can't change the past. You just can't. Things that happen in the past, yang masa lalu tuh, it will always happen. And no matter if it's good, no matter if it's bad, no matter what experience it is, it will always happen. It will never be erased. It will stick here with you in this thing called memory box that you have. And you will always remember it along the way. It will always remember it along the way. Now, there's no formula that I'm going to give you tonight, or there's no tips that I'm going to give you tonight that you can erase the past. You can't. Literally, you can't. Because you don't want to erase the past, because if you erase the past, it's going to erase the current moment, and it's also going to alter the future events. So you have to know a couple of things from me. The number one tip that I'm going to give you today in This Is Life is you can't change the past, because the past is already past. Much of the past has already been through already. You can't change that. Anyway, I will let you know a little story, whoever's inside this room, right? I'll let you know a little story, and I think some of you might know this story. Ceritanya itu, it's about a monk. So, there's a story about a monk. There's two monks. And then this monk is actually on an adventure, and they both hitchhiking, mountain climbing, and all these things. And they actually wanted together to, have an adventure. So one day, when the monk went past a certain forest and a mountain, and actually the monk at the end of that journey found a big river, like the river with very tough currents. Like the currents was very strong and very tough, right? So the monk was about to pass that river. The two monks, so monk A and monk B, let's just say, and then they noticed at the beginning of the river there was a girl, like a lady. There was a lady, and she looks very distressed. So actually, the two monks actually just ask her, "What happened?" And the lady says, "Oh, I want to cross the river." She says, "Aku mau nyebrang kalinya," katanya. Uh, and then she says, I've been waiting for help for me to get across the river, and I can't get across the river," she says, "because the current was very strong." And then the first monk actually heard the distress. I mean, she needed some problems. So the first monk heard the problem, but the first monk didn't help. Monk A did not help. Monk A just looked at her and knew the problem and just kept on walking like she was nothing. And then the monk A turned around, see monk B. Suddenly, monk B lift her up, right? Lift her up on his shoulder, and then he go cross the river for her with that, with yang namanya current yang terjang banget, yang kencang banget. He went across the river, and then he puts her down on the other side, and then she was so happy. And then the monk A crossed the river by his own, and then they were so happy. Actually, the lady was happy. The lady looked at the monk and said, "Thank you so much," she says. I've been waiting for someone to help me to cross the river. Finally, I found someone," she says, "and I want to say thank you, and I want to say my gratitude." The monk B actually heard her say thank you, and then monk B just said, "You will come. You take care and have a nice day." Monk B left her, and then with monk A, they kept on walking again. And then for about 1 hour ahead of time, like 1 hour after that incident, the monk A turned around to monk B, and the monk A says, "How could you?" he said. And monk B say, "What? Excuse me? What do you mean? How could I?" "Yeah, how could you just now help that lady?" And monk B says, well, actually, the lady needed help. So when someone needed help, I need to give help." And then the monk A says, "Yeah, but we're monk. We're not supposed to interact with ladies, with females. You cannot touch females. We're monk," he says. "And whatever you did just now, it's wrong. We're not supposed to do that. And no matter what, you cannot do that." And then monk B says, "Yeah, oh, that's what you were thinking of throughout the 1 hour walk, because I saw your face. You were troublesome. You had something in mind. Ada sesuatu di pikirannya." And monk B bilang, "Ternyata itu yang kamu pikirin selama 1 jamnya itu." And then monk A bilang, "Yeah, of course lah. I cannot stop thinking about it." And then monk B answered this way, and I think you guys should hear this, because the answer of monk B is how I'm going to close today's session, right? Here we go. So, by the way, for those of you who are inside my live stream, before I let you know what Monk B says, I want to say hello to Valerie. Valerie says, "This is your student." Yes, hi Valerie. Hi. Yes, I know who you are, Valerie. And then Revin says, "This is exactly what I learned in Adam Khoo." Correct. The past doesn't equal to the future, right? So, guys, you have about 1 minute or 2 minutes to write down whatever you want in the live chat, and I will answer your question. If you have questions, do ask me. If you don't have a question, you want to say hi to other friends, you can. Either way, you can write anything there. I will read it out for you. Okay, you have about 2 minutes. So the monk A says, "Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, monk B. We're not supposed to interact with females. You're not allowed to touch them." And then monk B says, "Oh, okay." And monk B replied this way, and I think I will never ever forget the learning lesson from monk B. Monk B says, "Oh, well, I carried her from one river to the end, and I put her down. It was a burden for me in my shoulder, but I just had to carry her from the beginning of the river until the end of the river, and I put her down. And I kept on walking. I left her there. But you," monk B say, "you kept on carrying her for after 1 hour after that river incident that we had." And monk B said to monk A, "See, when you carry that burden for 1 hour, you will have difficulty doing your everyday life. You will have difficulty doing your own things. You have difficulty doing what you want in life. You have difficulty the way you think, because if you carry that burden for 1 hour, you're thinking about it, you can't think anything else except that," monk B says. And at the end, monk B says, "Well, my friend, life is about letting go of the past and put it there, and you have to leave it. Monk B says life is about knowing the past, whatever you did, you put it there and you keep on going. Because if you don't keep on going and you bring the past to the present, it's going to be a burden for you, Monk B says. And I learned this, and I read this article from a book actually, and I read it. I never stopped thinking about it from the moment I read it, because it's so true. Sometimes in our life, guys, like all of you inside this room, some of us in our life, something happened in the past that you cannot leave. And it always happens, and it always brings back memory to you. It's either one, you get a bad grade. Number two, you didn't go to the school that you ever wanted. Number three, you get scolded by parents. Number four, your friends backstab you from behind. Number five, someone leaves you forever in your life. Number six, something that's supposed to happen, you think that's going to happen, but it didn't happen as you wanted. Now the Monk B says, leave whatever happened in the past, and you just carry on yourself to move on to the present and to the future. Because if you bring what the past gives you, you won't be able to move on. You won't be able to go wherever you want to go in the future. And I think last, before I close this, I want to say, I also learned this from Lion King. If you ever seen Lion King, the cartoon, the Lion King, I think it was Lion King. The Lion King, the cartoon. There's this monkey, right? This wise monkey. I'm not sure what's his name, but the wise monkey, there was this one scene where Simba was worried to how to go to the other. But anyway, Simba wanted to do something. And then the wise monkey took his cane and smacked Simba in the head. And then Simba goes, that hurts. What is that for? And then the monkey says, yeah, because I just want to hit you. I want to teach you something. I think that's what happened in the movie. And then Simba says, that hurts. And then the wise monkey says, yeah, the past hurts. The past hurts. When you think of the past when you're in the present right now, the past can hurt. The past can bring you pain. The past can get you so much feeling or emotions that is very painful. And then the Simba says, yeah, but it still hurts. And then the wise monkey lastly said, well, you can either run from the past or you learn from the past. And the wise monkey say, I'm not sure if it's the wise monkey, but I think it's from the cartoon Kung Fu Panda. I'm a lot of movies nowadays. And the cartoon from Kung Fu Panda says, because the past is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a present. And that's why it's called a gift. And if you put all those cartoons together, you all know something. The past can make you pain, but you just need to learn from it. And if you learn from the pain, you will know how to get back up and keep on moving in the future. I always tell this to all my coaches that I train with and I share my story with. I always say, kalau naik mobil pun juga kaca yang ngelihat ke belakang itu kacanya lebih kecil daripada kaca yang ngelihat ke depan. Because kalau naik mobil, you know right, kaca yang paling besar itu untuk ngelihat ke depan adalah kaca yang paling besar itu untuk ngelihat ke depan, which is kaca depan mobil. Tapi kalau kaca yang ngelihat ke belakang dikasih kaca yang kecil. Ilustrasinya dari Coach Ricky hari ini adalah untuk kalian semua yang ada di sini, boleh ngelihat ke belakang. Tapi hanya ngelihat aja. Jangan dibawa burdennya, jangan dibawa susahnya, jangan dibawa repotnya. Ngelihat ke belakang hanya sekali dua kali. Abis itu tetap put your eyes forward and see your bright future. Guys, thank you so much for being inside the live stream for tonight. I really do appreciate it. Let me just give a shout out to Afinda inside the room. Thank you, Afinda, for being here. Valerie was also here. And Isner says, yeah, what is a monk? A monk is... dia seperti kayak apa sih monk itu? Dia seperti kayak someone who's very holy lah. Seperti kayak priest, seperti kayak gitulah. Seperti kayak pastor juga, Isner, okay? Jadi dia a very humble type of person and very humble type of, ya kurang lebih seperti kayak gitu. Alright, ada Monica juga yang ada di sini. Hello Monica, ada Vamos yang juga ada di sini. Katanya hi coach. Ada Monica bilang, Monica the ribbon ya, you still asking for the ribbon. I'm very sorry Monica, I keep on forgetting, and every time I'm here, that sometimes you're not here, but now you're here, you asked for the ribbon. I just started my live stream already. Guys, I want to say thank you so much. Please do, before you leave the room, please remember to like. Please remember to like. And if the topic can relate to you, which is the past that equal to the future, if the topic can relate to you, please give me a like. If it doesn't relate to you, please give me a dislike. Fair is fair for me. And remember, if you're new to the channel, I always live stream every single day, but different type of streaming. The Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I stream This Is Life. And then on Thursday, I stream yang namanya Cerita Malam, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow, I have a very scary story for all of you. And I think there's a couple of you that already knew, because I was sharing this story in one of my students inside the class. So anyway, I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for coming into my channel. I really do appreciate it. In that, I just want to say, just keep it clean and keep it clean and keep it strong, and always keep it healthy for all of you. All right. Vamos says, Andrew. Hi, Andrew, coach from Binus. Hi, Andrew. How are you? Please send my regards to everybody in Binus. Okay, Andrew. And I'm about to clock off. Guys, I want to say thank you so much for your time, for being here again one more time. And I appreciate it so much. And that, guys, take care. I'll see you very, very soon. And remember to join my Cerita Malam tomorrow, because tomorrow, it's a very, very, very scary story. And I just want to remind you, if you guys nggak bisa tidur malam, don't join tomorrow's Cerita Malam. Karena Cerita Malamnya besok tuh truly based on a real story that really happened to me. And it's very, very scary. Very, very scary. And that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow, my live stream is not 8 o'clock. My Cerita Malam is always kurang lebih jam 11 malam, ya. Jam 11 malam I will live stream. So you guys can wake up for it, go ahead. If you guys cannot wake up for it, too bad. You just go to Thursday Cerita Malam, masih ada lagi dalam 1 minggunya itu. In that, I'll see you very soon. Bye everybody. Take care.